welcome back to This Is Life with P. I'm Pamela. This is Penelope. Penelope, hey, this is Penelope. Penelope, hey, 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 hey. And so look at my cute outfit, my little skinny jeans. Oh, look at my cute outfit. Go, woo, woo, woo. You're so silly, my love. I love you. So, welcome back to This Is Life with P again. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for wanting to know all things postpartum because that's what I'm about to share with you. Okay, if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Then also click the bell button so that you can be notified every single time we post another video. Okay, so all things postpartum. First, let's start with recovery. Okay, let's start with recovery coming from the hospital. Okay, when you're in the hospital, they're going to give you mesh panties and they're going to give you really long, thick pads. They might look and feel a little uncomfortable, but let me tell you, girl, those are going to be the most comfortable things that you put on, because I personally brought my own pads to the hospital and they didn't work out for me. I tried it and it hurt so bad. Let's just say I had stitches all in and all out, and that, oh Lord, it was not fun at all. Yeah, it wasn't fun, right? No, so mama had a hard time, but we got through it. So yeah, they gave me painkillers, obviously. They gave me ibuprofen, and it was okay. I mean, at first I didn't really feel it, but when I did get to feeling it, when I was trying to sit down, it did hurt a lot. But back to the pads. They give you these long pads with mesh panties. It's uncomfortable, but listen, you gotta do it or just try your own thing. For myself, at first it was uncomfortable, but then I got the hang of it and I actually liked them because I felt like that was the most comfort that I had with the pain that I was enduring at the time. So that was good for me. So they give you this. They give you this little bottle, and the first thing they tell you to not do not wipe. You cannot wipe down there. I mean, I don't know how it is if you don't get stitches, but I'm guessing they told me not to wipe because I did have stitches and they didn't want me to undo the stitches. So they give you this and they say no soap, just warm water. How fun does that sound? Not fun at all, okay? So imagine having stitches, then just getting this every time you clean, every time you use the bathroom, no matter what you do, this is all you can use with warm water. For I don't know how long. I did that for because it was hurting really bad. I took this everywhere with me. Like one time I went to my dad's house and I obviously had to use the bathroom. I can't wipe, gotta use this. Maybe that's TMI, but who cares? It's the truth, okay? And then I think I left it there by accident and I was really sick. So I had to come up with some other contraption equal to this until I went back and got it. Okay, so that's that. It took me a whole 2 months to recover. I had Penelope in May, and it wasn't until exactly 2 months because it was my birthday, July 22nd. Cancer, whoop whoop. It wasn't until my birthday that like my very last stitch came out and I was able to get back to myself and, you know, be reg. But it took me 2 months for all of my stitches to completely dissolve and just disappear and be well again down there. And honestly, I think it took me about a couple weeks to even to see myself down there, to like with a mirror and everything, to see what it was looking down there, because I did not want to look at myself. Like I was scared. I was like, oh my God, Penelope just like tore me up down there. I was just scared and traumatized. But when I actually saw it, it was like, oh, nothing happened. Oh, I skipped this one. It's going to hurt when you use the bathroom, okay? The nurses or doctors are going to give you stool softeners. Because because if you push, okay, if you push and it's very hard for it to come out, it is likely for you to break your stitches open, okay? Your sutures will open and you will have to run back to the hospital and get them redone again. And no one wants to go through that. I know I definitely did not want to go through that. So I was taking stool softeners like every hour on the hour, however many times I had to take it. Just know that I was taking them because I was like, if you're gonna go to the bathroom, I'm not trying to run back to the hospital. So yeah, you're gonna have to use stool softeners and it's gonna hurt. But just every time you go, just be calm and don't think about it, because then if you think too much about it, your body is automatically going to tighten up. Your muscles are going to, clench up, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're trying to use the bathroom. You just want everything to be relaxed, just calm down, take your stool softeners, and believe that you will pass a good doo-doo, basically. Next one is your hormones, girl. You are going to go through things like you would never believe. And you're gonna be emotional, you're gonna have anxiety, you're gonna be depressed, but that's a whole nother topic. First, I wanted to talk about the hormones as far as your actual body, okay? I didn't get my period, that's the first thing. I didn't get my period until a month after. Was it a month after? Yeah, a whole month after I gave birth. And I was scared because, sometimes when you're breastfeeding, you don't get your period. Or you only spot or something. So, but that's only a few women, not all women go through that. So because I didn't get my period for a month, I thought that I was just like, I was gonna be one of those women and I was gonna be like, oh, I'm breastfeeding, I don't get my period, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what happened. Sorry if I keep coughing. I'm recovering from a 2-week cold that Penelope gave me. And yeah, I'm feeling better, but I'm still coughing. I don't even know how to describe how I felt when I got my period. I thought I was like dying, okay? I called my freaking doctor right away. I'm like, I'm bleeding. I'm thinking it's like, I'm over here Googling, freaking self-diagnosing. And I'm just like, what's going on with me? Why do I have my period? Blah, blah, blah. When I called, the nurse was just like, maybe it's just your period. I was like, you think so? She was like, yeah, I think it's just your period. Don't worry about it. She was like, if it goes away in a couple days, which is a week long for my period, she was like, you're fine. It's like, okay. And that's exactly what happened. It was my period, but I just didn't know because I hadn't had it for so long. And I wasn't ready to get my period. I really just wasn't ready. Yeah, I'm still not even, I hate it. Like every time I get it, I just despise the fact that I even have to have a period. And yeah, let's just say that. Okay, what else for hormones? Your body is going to change. Not everybody's body is the same way. So because I breastfeed, I just literally lost all of my body weight, like all my water weight, my fat, basically everything in a matter of like 3 weeks. I was 185 pounds when I gave birth to Penelope. And before I got pregnant, I was 143. I was 143 before I got pregnant with Penelope. Well, in the range of 143 and 147. Like I was fluctuating around there. And I literally lost all my weight. Like I'm like 135 now. And I literally lost all of my weight in 3 weeks. Like I was amazed. your body doesn't, your stomach doesn't go down as fast. It does take a little while for your stomach to go down and for everything to just like, shrink back to the way it was. But as far as timing wise, like, I was actually in shock. I went from still wearing my maternity pants and clothes, for 2 weeks, and then out of nowhere I was just like, my regular clothes from before I got pregnant didn't even fit me anymore, and still don't. Like, they're getting big on me now. Next is hair loss. Now, I didn't think I was gonna go through this, and no one told me that I was gonna go through this. But let's just say your hormones are changing, your body's trying to get back to the way it was, and you are going to lose a lot of hair. Okay, well, not all people. I don't want to speak for everyone. Some people do, some people don't. But for me, when I tell you, I was fine. Right? Once I gave birth, a couple months in, I was like maybe 3 months in, hadn't lost any hair. It was when around 4 months postpartum that I started losing hair. I washed my hair, and out of nowhere, I was like, literally, like, it was just falling out like nothing. And I was so scared. When I tell you, I don't know if you can see, but like all this, it's like little strands, like, it's, I don't even know how to describe it, but like, it's basically new growth now. Like, these strands are like really tiny, but basically here and all in here, look, like you can tell here is like new growth. It's like really small, but I was basically going bald there. Like, I had no hair on the sides, and I was so self-conscious about my hair. Like, at the time, not only was my hair falling out, but my hair was so like brittle and dry, and it did not look like this, okay? Like, it was, and some of the parts of my hair, like, I don't know if I still have, no, I think it grew out, but like the inner sides of my hair on this side were like straight, like dead straight and gross, completely disgusting. And I was just like, oh my god, like, my hair is never gonna be the same anymore. Of course, I'm freaking out again, because who knew that this was gonna happen to me? I didn't know that any of this was gonna happen, and I'm just like freaking out. But when I tell you, don't freak out, guys. Like, keep taking your prenatal vitamins. Those are really good for, continuing after you give birth. And just take care of your body, okay? Drink water. Take care of your body. Eat healthy. Obviously, if you're breastfeeding, eat healthy for you and your baby. But don't go crazy thinking that you're gonna be like this forever. Like, no, nothing stays forever. Your body's always changing no matter what. And just be on top of it and take care of yourself, because if not, then you're gonna be thinking about what everybody else thinks about you all the time. You're gonna be self-conscious all the time, and who wants to be dealing with that? Nobody. Some people get stretch marks, so you'll have some scarring on your belly. Some people, they're darker than others. You can see it, like, it's very noticeable, and some people you can barely see it. You're gonna have stretch marks. So what? Everybody gets some kind of stretch mark anywhere in their body, their arms, their legs, their thighs, their freaking shoulders. Men, women, whatever, we're human beings. It happens. If you gain weight, if you lose weight, your body, your skin is stretching. Like, it's not a big deal. And especially if you just gave birth to a freaking human being, what do you expect? Your body just changed a whole ton. Your body just changed like this. In 9 months, your body did a whole 360, okay? and you gained I don't know how many pounds. It's okay for you to have stretch marks. Don't cry about it. I know I did. I thought I wasn't gonna have stretch marks, and I was over here putting freaking coconut oil. I put cocoa butter. I put coconut oil, cocoa butter. I was using Jergens lotion. I used mineral oil. I used all these different types of things to put on myself so that I wouldn't get stretch marks, but it happens anyway, so it doesn't matter. I know when I first saw my first stretch mark, I was just like, oh my god. Like, I was like, oh my god, like this whole time I haven't had any, and then finally it was like more towards closer to the end of the pregnancy that actually got my first stretch mark, and I was just like, whoa, what's happening? Like, back up, we don't want this. But guess what? You just learn to love them, because at the end of the day, your body's changing to bring in a little angel to this world. You're grunting, and I just called you an angel, you know. That's not very nice. So yeah, your body is bound to change. Your body is bound to get stretch marks. So just embrace them as much as you can. You're a human being. You're a woman. We get them. It's okay. Just like I said, self-care is the best care. Take care of yourself and you will be happy. Okay, so now another topic is depression and anxiety and all these feelings that might or might not come to you. Let's just say, in the very beginning, I was anxious all the time. I didn't know what I should and shouldn't do with my daughter. You second guess yourself because you don't know what's right and wrong. You're a new mom, and that's okay. We're not gonna get things right all the time. But just know that whatever decisions you make for your child, it's the right one. Okay? Don't let anybody judge you for making those decisions. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for making certain decisions for your baby. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you comfortable in caring for your child, that's the right decision. Don't worry about anybody else or what anybody else has to say, because honestly, they don't matter. Unless they're taking care of your baby for you, they don't really matter. It's what you want. So besides that, that's one part of like being anxious all the time and having anxiety. So now depression. I don't even know where to start with this, because I wouldn't say that I had depression, but there were times when, even now, you feel lonely. You feel lonely. You feel like no one's around to help you, even though you might have great family and friends who constantly call you, who constantly check up on you, who constantly are saying, do you need anything? Do you know, like, that's great of them. And, you know, for the family members that I have and my friends that I have that do that for me, thank you. But it's like there's still a part of you that feels lonely, because it's like, it's almost as if you're doing this alone, you know? Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's a weird thing. You just feel lonely, and because of your hormones changing and because you're feeling so emotional, it's just like no one else is really going through the exact same thing that you're going through in your circle. I'm saying, obviously there are other women out there that are going through the same thing, but like in your circle, you might be the only one really going through this. So it's like you don't have anybody to sit here and say, yeah, I'm going through this too, or just talk about what's going on, because I don't know. So with that being said, I personally don't have any like mom friends. I mean, I do have one mom friend, but she's further away from me. I wouldn't really talk every day, but it is good. It's a good idea to have a mom friend, or you know, somebody who can relate to you and you can share your thoughts about the pros and cons of being a mom. I mean, there's no cons, but like just the negative things that happen all the time and the good things that happen all the time. It's good to share that with somebody else and be able to relate to one another. People, you're powerful, you're amazing, you are so strong. So no matter how you give birth, no matter if it's a C-section, no matter if you've had, you know, whether you've done it naturally with or without medication, like it doesn't matter how you brought a child into this world. Just know that you did it. Your body did a drastic change in such a short amount of time, and now your body's just trying to make its way back to its normal self. So trust the process. Okay, don't put yourself down. Don't put yourself down. That's the best way I can say it. So yeah, guys, thank you again for watching this video. That was everything postpartum, and basically the recovery, the process, about how long it took me. It took me, like I said, like 2 months to completely like recover and be able to get back to my normal activities. Your hormones, oh, I forgot to mention, your body odor is gonna change. For like a month, it was so weird. I had like one armpit that smelled different from the other one. It smelled a little stronger and a little stank. Then it was like normal, and then BO. Like ew. That's how true it is. So don't worry about it. Like I said throughout this whole video, self-care is the best care. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. You do what makes you happy, and that's it. Now, again, if you haven't already, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and click that notification bell. That way you are notified every single time we post another video. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon. Bye.